Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Sims 4 speed build. Today's video is going to be a very special one because I am building with the new Sims 4 game pack, the Star Wars Journey to Batuu game pack. So I did receive this pack for free via the EA Game Changers program, but I did not receive early access, and this video is not sponsored as per usual. So I got the game pack at the same time as everybody else, and I've kind of just been playing with it on my own time and just trying to see what I think about it, form my own opinions, and not really rush to decide anything or jump on the bandwagon of anything. I just want to see what I truly honestly thought about it. So today you'll see that we are building a kind of resistance base house on the Resistance Encampment lot. So there are three different neighborhoods you can build in or visit. This is the Resistance neighborhood, and then if you turn on the edit lots cheat, you can actually edit the lots and build on it, because this world isn't like a residential world, it's kind of like a vacation lot. So you do have to enable that cheat if you want to edit the lots and put like houses on it. So I thought it'd be cool to put a actual livable home here, because if you want to join the Resistance and you want to go to Batuu and actually live here and, be a full-time Resistance member and not just live in a tent, I thought it would be nice to have an actual home with a bedroom and a kitchen and a bathroom and all that, so you can come live here full time. So one thing that is kind of funny about this and kind of made me skeptical to make a video about this, to be honest, is how controversial this pack was. If you guys look at the Star Wars Journey to Batuu game pack trailer on the Sims channel on YouTube, it is 23,000 likes and 45,000 dislikes, a nearly 2-to-1 ratio on dislikes to likes, and that's just crazy to me. I know that the Sims community is very passionate and we love that, but I don't think we've ever seen such a controversial first impression of this pack, which I thought was very, very interesting, because I feel like a lot of people maybe aren't Star Wars fans. I personally am a Star Wars fan, not like a super mega diehard fan, like dress up in costumes type of a fan. I have watched all the movies. I did go to theaters to see most of the new movies and stuff like that. So I would consider myself a fan. Would I say that Star Wars was my first pick for the next Sims 4 game pack? Probably not, to be honest, but nonetheless, it is kind of cool to see something out of the blue being put into the Sims 4 game. You guys know me, I'm not super picky about packs. Content is content, and as long as we get some good build items, I'm going to be happy. So that's mainly what I'm going to be talking about today in my video. Just so you guys know, if you guys are new to my channel, I am a builder in The Sims. I don't do a lot of gameplay, so any of my opinions that I do share on new packs is coming from a builder's perspective, because that's the main thing that I care about in the game. Items, new lots, the world, stuff like that. Items that I'm going to be using time and time again. So something to note that is kind of interesting is this pack comes with 134 new build items in the catalog. And it felt like a lot of items. When I was doing this build, I mainly only used base game and the new pack, by the way. I found myself scrolling through the catalog a ton trying to find items, because there was just a lot more, it felt like. And then I went and looked at the recent packs like Realm of Magic and Strangerville. Realm of Magic came with 74 new build items, and Strangerville came with 102 new build items. So Star Wars came with 134. That's significantly more items than previous game packs, and I could definitely feel the difference. So for me as a builder, that matters to me. More build items is a plus, but if you're someone who maybe focuses more on gameplay, this might not really make much of a difference to you. But I feel like the reason that there are more items in this pack is probably because they had a bigger budget. I'm gonna guess that since it was a partnership pack with Star Wars or Lucasfilms or Disney, they're obviously gonna have a little bit of an extra budget here, and that's probably the reason why there are significantly more build items and Create Sim items as well. If you want to compare the Create Sim items to previous game packs, there's significantly more Create Sim items as well, which I thought was very, very cool. But of course, it's always about quality over quantity. So just because the pack comes with more stuff doesn't necessarily mean that it's better. But I do think that a lot of the items in this pack surprisingly were nice. So if you guys know my style, I make like realistic family homes, modern homes, ultra modern, kind of like rustic farmhouse, modern farmhouse, that kind of thing. Very realistic builds. I don't do a lot of crazy, spaceship builds or really like rundown builds. If you guys watched me on The Sims Sparked, when I did that time machine build, that was like completely out of my comfort zone. And I've really never done anything like that. So something like a Star Wars pack, the build items definitely probably aren't up my alley. But I will say that there are a couple of them that did catch my eye that I did quite enjoy. So you can see here that I'm doing the interior of this Resistance home. And the new pack didn't come with a bed, which makes sense, I guess, because they just sleep in tents and stuff. So I decided to kind of make my own bed using some of the new Star Wars items. And basically, I just took one of the like couches. I think it's a couch, a bench, I don't really know. And I kind of made it into a headboard and then just put one of the base game beds up against it just to make it look like it's an actual bed with a headboard, but still also keeping the Star Wars Resistance jungly vibe. Another thing that I did that you will see in a second is I took that, I guess, wardrobe grate thing from the new pack and I just kind of shimmied it in with, I think that's the city living dresser, I'm pretty sure. And I just kind of shimmied it in so it kind of looked like it was inside that wooden dresser, just to give it a little bit more structure and not make it look so run down, but still keep that kind of metal grated feel. So I'm just using little tricks here and there like that, pairing these new Star Wars items with some more modern items just to make it feel a little bit more my style while still keeping the Star Wars Resistance vibe. So I hope you guys can take some of those tips into your own builds if you guys do want to build kind of like a Star Wars-y themed build but don't want to go all out with the grungy vibe. So you can see here I'm doing another little trick and I'm taking this kind of Star Wars, I don't really know what that item is. Is it like a medallion art piece wall decoration? And it had like a hollow interior, so I thought it'd be perfect to put a little mirror in there just to make this room a little bit more glamorous and a little bit more my style. So you might kind of think, oh, the Star Wars pack isn't meant to be glamorous or girly or whatever, but my Resistance character wants to have a nice girly bedroom with a mirror and a nice wardrobe and a nice headboard. So why not? Why not get a little bit creative and just try and use these interesting items in different ways? So for me personally, I was definitely more impressed with the Star Wars items than the Strangerville items. I don't know if this is like a widely accepted opinion in the community or not, but I really don't like the Strangerville build items at all. I think besides the trailer door, the bookshelf, and the build assets like the windows and doors, there is nothing in the Strangerville catalog that I want to keep. Like, I honestly, sometimes when I play, I just filter out or I uninstall Strangerville because there's literally nothing from a builder's perspective. And there is nothing in the Strangerville pack that I care for. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Obviously, you could think otherwise. I think the Create a Sim items from Strangerville were quite cute, like the hairstyles and the blouses and stuff. Those are definitely very cute, but the build items I could totally do without. However, the Star Wars pack, things that really stood out to me were the plants, like that planter thing. I used it on the outside of the home. It comes in some cool kind of like darker colors and then also comes in this white swatch, and I use it quite a bit on the outside. Hopefully you guys saw it, but I thought that it was so pretty and I could use it in so many different builds, family homes, modern homes. I think it would look really good in like a city living penthouse. So that flower vase plant thing I'm very excited for. I'm definitely going to be using that in my other kind of family home builds. The other thing I thought was really nice was the rugs that I had put down on the floor just now on the upstairs. They're kind of like these cracked stone paths. And I thought that it was really cool that they came kind of disheveled and cracked like that. I think that it can make some like really cool designs on the floor, maybe like a courtyard, or even in like a garage if you're gonna make a craft studio or something in the garage, to have this cool kind of like tiled cracked pattern on the ground. I think that could be really cute. And it does come in a lot of different swatches. You'll see I use the teal / like turquoisey green one on the upstairs, and I use the kind of reddish one on the downstairs. So you'll see me do that later. But overall, I think that those items are some that I thought were pretty cute. I was worried that all of the items in this pack were going to be super grungy and kind of run down and be totally only usable in this context. But I can definitely see myself using some of these items in, out of context. Some of the vases, some of the little knickknacks and decorations, I think are really pretty to use in other builds as well. So as you can see here, I am working on the kitchen. Like I said, I wanted to make this build fully functional if someone wanted to live here full time. And we didn't get any kitchen counters or stoves or anything like that with this new Star Wars pack. Thank goodness, by the way. I would have been so salty if they gave us counters for the Star Wars pack, but not counters for any of our other packs that we've been asking for counters for. So thank goodness they didn't give us counters for the Star Wars pack, because that just would have been a huge waste. But obviously I wanted to keep the vibe kind of the same, and none of the base game counters really match this Resistance Forest home vibe. So I decided to use the new item. It's kind of like this window wall decoration grated thing. It's like a vent maybe. Oh, it's probably like an air vent. And I just kind of put it up against the kitchen counter or the kitchen cabinet things on the bottom, just to give it that kind of same vibe. I just covered up the nice little black base game cabinet with this item to make it look more, you know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. Sorry. I haven't done a voiceover in a long time and I feel a little bit weird. But anyways, you can see I did the kitchen. I kept it quite neutral, and I do make this the living room downstairs, and you'll see that I try and give it a little bit of color. I try and make it a little bit more feminine and happy and bright, because I didn't want to just make this all brown and dirty and foresty. Like, I wanted to give it a little bit of personality. And I think I accomplished that. You guys can let me know. I did bring in some color into this, and I think it contrasts really nicely against like the neutral colors on the floor and the walls. So the other thing that I think is really pretty that we got is the floor stones. I think we got a couple new floor swatches, and I think those are really nice. We have yet to have a lot of nice kind of like brick stone pathway floor tiles. So I think it's nice that we finally got them with this pack, and I can see myself using these tiling in any circumstance, in like a driveway or in the backyard or anything like that. So that's definitely a good addition to our build repertoire. Also, something that's really pretty are the lights. The lights are very interesting. We got a couple of pendant lights that can hang from the ceiling and a couple of lanterns as well. They're all very nice. Maybe not super universal in all types of builds, but I think if you use the white color swatch, you can kind of pull a cool kind of like industrial vibe, or like a white or a black color swatch. You can kind of make it like a statement pendant light in a specific room in your more modern builds, and make it feel kind of like edgy or industrial in certain circumstances. So definitely, if you try and look at each item individually, you'll find ways to use it elsewhere in more contemporary building. The other item that I think is kind of cute is the flower pot that's next to the TV. That one comes in a lot of cool little colors, and the vase is really pretty as well. And it's a nice, like, sturdy, substantial vase. The thing that I don't like sometimes is when they have floor plants in the game, but they're so dinky on the ground, if you know what I mean, and like you want it to kind of like take up space in the room. I would prefer when my plant features actually are like, you know, take up space in the corner of the room instead of being like this tiny little dinky vase on the floor. So yeah, that one is pretty nice. But besides that, the build is almost done. It is fully functional with a bedroom, a bathroom, a living room, and a kitchen. I tried to use as many of the new Star Wars items in this build as possible and limit myself to just base game and maybe like 1 or 2 items from another pack. But overall, I just wanted to showcase the items as best I could and also put my own little personal spin on things, keeping things very bright and white, and also adding some cute, fun colors that I would enjoy, like pinks and blues and turquoises, just to give it a little bit more personality. So overall in this pack, we do get 134 new build items, and this pack runs for $20 US, which puts you at about 15 cents an item. If you are only a builder like me. If you want to play the game and you want to use the Creative Sim items, the cost is even lower. If you want to buy the pack half price if it goes on sale, then you're looking at around 7 cents an item. So you guys can do the math and kind of make the decision if you think that is worth it for you or not. I will say, if you are deciding if you want this pack or not, try and just look at the things you like about it and not the things you don't like about it. Even if you hate one of the costumes or this person or another person said that this part of the game sucks, look at the things that you like and the things that are good about it, and then see if it's worth the $20 price tag. Because the things you don't like, you're not going to use anyway. So that shouldn't take away from the things you do like, if that makes sense. As always, just focus on the positive and, of course, do what's right for you. So hopefully, even though this is a super controversial pack, I hope you guys liked this video and I hope you guys liked this build. It was definitely a little bit out of my comfort zone and a little bit different than what I usually do. But overall, I had a really fun time building this, and I can definitely see myself using several of these items outside of the Star Wars world. But besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up and leave a comment down below what you thought about it. And if this is their first time meeting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to be friends or if you want to see more Sims 4 videos. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye everybody!